And I am not good with this kind of, I literally could never build a ship in a bottle. I would end up, well, just breaking the bottle and then, cutting the ship. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And what we're trying to make today is Revell's 1971 Mach 1 Mustang. And this is for the Blue Ox Model Shop Street Machine group build. And this is going to be just a quick Friday update. I've got a little bit of work done between yesterday and today, but it's going to be kind of a quick one. I thought we'd start with just looking at the body and what I've got done on the body. And basically that's putting together the rest of the front end here, or the grille. Let me bring it down below where you can see a little better. So I got the headlights in, I got the, let's see, can you see them? The turn signals down here, the front markers in the grille and down below. I'm gonna be real honest, the headlamps are just pressure fit in there. I was terrified to use any kind of glue. I have this clear parts glue that I actually use down here. Let me make sure you can see it. Down here on the turn signals, or the marker lights down here, whatever these are down here. And it actually worked. It looks good. I probably could have used them on the headlamps, but I'm always scared of putting glue behind clear parts. It always just, you can always see it. It makes it look bad. So they're actually just pressure fit in there, and they're staying in, pretty. I can bang on it or whatever. They're staying in there pretty well, because I had actually painted in the cups for the lights that with the chrome pin, and I think that chrome paint is kind of giving it that pressure, giving it that adherence to stick, especially that chrome paint that never really dries. So it's acting kind of as a glue, and it's actually working out pretty well. Now you guys are gonna have to let me know, because I'm not for sure. They might be in upside down. I'm trying to remember which way, and it's been a long time. So I had an old car that had T3 lamps in it, which are like the original, well, but those are GM lamps. On Ford, I don't know which way, they have a little pattern on them, the headlights do, and I don't know which way they're actually supposed to go. Anyways, you guys can let me know if I have them in upside down, but otherwise I think the front end looks pretty good. I did touch up some of the chrome with the chrome pin. Obviously, the chrome pin, if you just look at it wrong, it tarnishes. So I'll probably have to do that a few times through the process, which is fine. But I think it's turned out pretty well. Now I also went ahead and started working on the other little pieces that I've kind of forgot about along the way. I've got a dog hair in my black paint, so I had to put a coat of black on the front fascia, the lower valance of the front fascia here. If you remember right, when sanding, I cut through it just a bit. So I put another coat of black. That's done. So now this is ready for its little decals that need to go on. Actually, I will probably give it a light coat, light sanding, and then put decals clear, and then clear again over the decals. Anyways, the black I put clear on, and I'm actually just noticing right now something has got in my clear here, if you guys can see it. So this back roll pan type deal thing is going to need, oh man, there was something in the paint. So I'm going to need to give it a light sanding again. It's going to get another clear. The front bumper got its clear, which it had already been cleared, but it wasn't, the clear coat wasn't as good as I wanted, so now it is. And then the rear view mirrors that I had completely forgot about, they got their first coat of clear. So this is probably done. I'm going to set it to the side so I know this needs sanded, and I'll just give all this another clear coat over the weekend. And then also do the little front fascia piece over the weekend, get that finished up. Now, the last thing that I've been working on is, if you remember right, we have to do our little mount, our cross member for the transmission. And the one that I need to stop saying we. The one that I forgot about. I was going to say the one that we forgot about, but no, it was me. I forgot about it. And we need to get this thing to fit in there underneath the exhaust, but above the transmission without taking anything apart. So what I've done, let me come down below. I just thinned it out as best I could with a Dremel. I thinned it down with a Dremel, and then with an X-Acto blade also. And then I had to cut the wings off, we'll call them, these outside parts, because when I thinned it down, they just went boop, they popped straight up in the air. So I cut them off re-glued them straight. Now, what I think I'm gonna have to do when I started thinking about this, I think I'm gonna have to cut this thing in half and then put it in like so. So I thought we would do that together. So when this is a tragic failure, we can experience together. So what I'm gonna try to do is just use my X-Acto blade here and cut it right down the middle as best I can. There we go. And then now let's see, make sure you guys can see this too, so you can watch this go down together. I think I can maybe get this in on either side. Come on. Let's see, I've got to just get it to squeeze. The problem is I don't want to cut this. I don't want to break these. I could break the wings off and just put this thing together in 4 pieces, but that's just ridiculous. The problem is we're still hitting the exhaust. I think it'll move a little bit for me. Can I get it to squeeze in there? Squeeze in there. Where's my X-Acto blade? Let me see if I can push it. I think we just got it in. Okay. Now come back for me. This is like, it's like building a ship in a bottle. It's what it feels like to me. Come on back this way. Yeah, it's really kind of squeezing in here is the problem. I need it to, I thought I worked it down thin enough. Hopefully I did. I mean, here's the honest truth. If this exhaust ends up breaking loose, well then that's what happens. I mean, that's where it's going to have to go. You know what? I think what's going to have to happen, because that's where it needs. That's where it's wanting to. That's where it's wanting to sit naturally. But that's not going to work because the other half won't fit. You know what? I'm going to have to do this thing. I'm going to have to do it in 4 pieces. I'm going to have to put. I don't know what we'll call it, like the bridge across it in 2 pieces so that I can get those to meet up. That's what I'm gonna have to do. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to break these back off. Let me keep the pieces in order so I know where they go. Break that back off. And then I think I'm gonna have to put these, I don't know if we're gonna actually be able to do this together because the problem is I need these pieces need to fit in a little bit higher. Let me show you down here. This is going to bridge the, across the tail piece of the tail shaft of the transmission. And right now this piece is wanting to sit, or is supposed to sit here. It's going to need to sit more up here, I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to work it in to fit like that. Is what it's looking like. That's why it's not wanting to fit. Now, let me see. How hard is this going to be? Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. This is going to be... This is why you don't forget pieces along the way. But obviously I could just leave it off. I mean, it all is sitting here just fine. Or I could just go in with a flat piece of styrene. But I'd like to make it look as best as possible, I'd like it to look like the real thing. In this kind of I-beam looking piece, where's my tweezers might help, is what's gonna do the job, Oh, dang it. And I'm not good with this kind of, I literally could never build a ship in a bottle. I would end up, just breaking the bottle and then, cutting the ship in half and then gluing the bottle back. It would be awful and not, the way to do it. And that's what's happening here. Let me see if I can come and twist it. I just cannot for the life of me. All right, so this might require a rethink. The problem is the hook on this, where it comes down, is where it's at now because the tunnel narrows. It's now hitting the tunnel. It used to be way up here where the tunnel was wider, and then that it would fit, but now it's hitting the tunnel, but where it comes more narrow, the transmission tunnel. So what I might end up having to do, I think what I'm gonna have to do is sand this down. Let me show you down here. I'm gonna have to take, this is such tiny, silly work. I'm gonna have to take about this much out of this, where it turns down, so it'll fit in between the tunnel. That's exactly what I'm going to have to do. I think I'm going to do that in between episodes because it's going to take too long, but at least we got to look at this and see the thought process of it together. I'll have to do that on both sides. I'll have to remove a little bit of the turn down on this on the cross member there, and then I'll put those two pieces in like so. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead. Well, I'll test fit it all, make sure it all fits, because I'll put those two pieces in, put the outside kind of wing pieces on that'll tie those two pieces there to the subframe here. And then I'll pull it all out, paint it, and do it and glue it in. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Come back Monday. Yeah, Monday. And hopefully that will be finished. Or at least you can find out Monday if it was an epic failure, which I'm going to give it 50-50 odds. 50-50 this turns out okay. 50-50 we're just going a whole different direction, but find out Monday. And if you'd like to get caught up on this build, see how we got to this point, all the cutting, all the figuring out. We'll call it that. We'll just call it figuring out how to get this stuff together. Check the playlist down below. There is, or check the description down below. There's a playlist. You can get caught up. Otherwise, let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on what we've got going. Let me know on those headlights. Do I have those upside down? I have no idea. So let me know down in the comment section. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this. Hit the like button if you didn't enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Or I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
This night, you gotta find